Now then, seems like we need some kind of autocomplete-y thing going on here. See if we can find something like that. React. See if we can find just like a drop-down element that actually does all of this. React drop-down, does that do it? I don't know. React select. I've looked at that before. I think I've used this. React select, flexible and beautiful select input control for React.js with multi-select. That's key. Autocomplete, sweet. Ajax, don't care. Cool. So this is just a normal one. Here's a multi-select. All right. So if we start typing chocolate, enter. There we go. Cookies and cream. Yeah, that's what we want. Yes. Cool. So we want something like this. So let's see about using it. Code and docs on GitHub. Why do I have this open? Oh, ref, I think. Yeah. All right. Yarn add, React select. At next if you want to use the new beta. Powerful new styles. I don't know. Do I want to use the tried and true here? Let's just do that. Just in case their documentation isn't up to date on the new one. So let's yarn add React-select. I'll throw some links your way. Here's the command. Here's a link to the GitHub page. And here's a link to the demo page. You can then import React Select and its styles in your application as follows. Import Select from React Select, import the style sheet. Cool. So we want it in React form, so I will import it here. Import the style sheet, import the component. So usage. React Select generates a hidden text field containing the selected value, so you can submit it as part of a standard form. You can also listen for changes with the onChange event property. Options should be provided as an array of objects, each with a value and label property for rendering and searching. You can use a disabled property to indicate whether the option is disabled or not. The value property of each option should be either a string or a number. Okay. So let's see about this. I'm going to add a method here called, I think for right now I'm just going to call it users. And it's going to basically map over this .props.users, which I think we've made it all the way down to room form now. And this thing wants an object with a, what did it say, label and a value and a label. So the value should be the UID. It needs to be unique. User.uid. Oops. And the label, we could make whatever we want. User.displayname. Seems good. Now, in my case, all my users are Dave Struess with different email addresses. So I could put, let's do this. User.email in parentheses. Did I write that template right? I think I did. So I want to return the result of this. So now users should give me back that array. Let's see if I did that much right. So in React, this is room form, which is now $R. So $R dot users. Users.map is not a function. This dot props dot users. I must not have quite made it down there. You're right. You're right. It's an object. So, object.keys, this dot props dot users. So each thing is a user, a UID. UID. So the value is, let's make this a let's just bite the bullet, make this a multi-line function. Const user equals this dot props dot users square bracket UID, right? And then I want to return value UID label template literal user dot display name parentheses interpolate user dot email. Let's see what that does for us. Room form $R dot users. Okay, I get an array with label Dave Struess, parentheses, my email address, value, my UID. That seems good. If I want more users, I need to log in as more versions of me. There's fretless me. Now let's see. Room form. $R users. I still only see one. Why didn't it add my new user? Should have done that in handle auth. Handle auth. Make a copy of this .state.users. Users, user, UID equals user. Why didn't that happen? What? Still only have one user.
It says you have 2 users.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, there it is.
It doesn't look like you did a sync state or anything to.
Yeah, I did a sync state. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see here. Let's see if let's check out app here. App.state.users only has one of them in there.
The other.
I never stopped syncing state. But I seem not to be syncing. Very interesting. So I update state and local storage. We'll run a little arrow function, which will just run debugger. Here we are. Can't do that while paused. Well, that doesn't do me any good then. Yeah, this doesn't do me any good. All right. So we know this works. We know this worked once. And it synced it. I mean, it ended up in the database, but it's not in my component. Now it is, after I did a hard refresh. If I log in as a third version of me, what happens? Gmailed me. Not there. If I do a hard refresh, it's there. So it actually stopped syncing at some point. Why would it do that? So we call sync state and component will mount. And we never stop. We never tell it to stop. But it's stopping. It's not stopping until after it adds it, though. That's weird. So it is adding it. And I don't know if it's adding it yet. Let's see. Let's see some stuff.